Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. It really helps. So today we're going to talk about this battery bank that's from a Chinese brand, Remax, and you will find this exact same thing being marketed under many different names. So I happen to have one that's branded Remax. You might find it under other names as well. As you can see, it has a maximum 140 watt output, and that's for a single port. And that's also for all three ports combined. We'll get back to that later. It does have a small screen, which is, by the way, extremely dim. Right now it's showing you the charge percentage, 75%. If I press it again, then it shows me for how many minutes. That shows me runtime. So let me see if I can get this to be a bit brighter. Come on. You'll have to bear with me. There we go. So you'll see the battery. So maximum capacity, then you have the current temperature, then you have the current, just a moment, it timed out. So then you have the current capacity, then you have the number of charge cycles and the number of total capacity cycles, or the total output in watt hours that this device has ever outputted since it was basically made in the factory. And on the last page, you just have a timeout setting, how many seconds it needs to go before the timeout. So I don't believe it has a lot of options. If I press and hold it, screen can stay on always, or it could go off after 30 seconds. And that's about it. All right. And when anything is plugged in, charging, you will see how many watts out it's doing at any given time and how much time it expects to be able to supply that power. Let me see if I can find anything and that would be able to charge from this. Actually, yes, I can do that. So here I have my Flipper Zero. I'm just going to plug it in. I know it doesn't take a lot of power, but it will wake up the power bank and you will be able to see the screen that comes on. So I'm just going to plug it into the USB-A port. There we go. And by the way, it automatically detects that a device needs low amperage and it doesn't go into sleep mode. So that's a nice thing. All right. So you see, Flipper Zero is connected, and right now it's telling me that there's a device on the port A. Come on. Yeah, Flipper Zero went into sleep mode. What else do I have that can be charged? There we go. I have the AirPods. They might be able to do the trick. No? Come on. I'm so sorry guys, I'm just going to go grab something to demonstrate how the display works. Alright, so I'm back. I just grabbed this receiver for my mic system. So here you can see it tells you exactly how many watts it's outputting and on any one of the ports, and it will do that for all the ports, by the way. The top two are showing type C1 and C2. They're not outputting anything because they're not connected to anything right now. And it's telling me how much time I have left on the battery bank. So it's telling me right now, if I keep drawing 0.4 watts, the battery bank can go for 99 hours and 59 minutes. I think that's the maximum it can show. And if I connect a hungrier device, it will tell me that it can power it for, let's say, 2 hours or 1 hour or whatever it might be based on the available capacity. All right. So let's get back to the review itself. On this side, nothing. On the back side, there's a bunch of data. It tells you what the power bank is capable of doing on different ports. So as you'll see, C1 and C2 are both able to do 140 watts continuously, and the type USB-A port is able to do 22.5 watts max, and it does support quick charge 3.0. And on the other side, nothing. On the bottom, there's a rubbery surface, a grippy surface, and on the top we have 3 ports, 2 Type-C ports, just a moment, and a USB-A, and once again you'll see what their capabilities are. So let's get around to testing. I'm going to test the USB-C port first. So I'm just going to plug this PowerZ KM003C into the top port. It doesn't really matter which port I plug into because they both have the same capabilities. All right, I'm just going to press this. So this tells the charger that there's a cable connected. So it's basically emulating a cable when I long press this key. All right, it's charging the supercapacitor. I just have to give it a few moments until it does that. There we go. So we're just going to do an auto detection, and this will tell you all the protocols that this power bank is able to provide. So it goes through all the possible protocols, it detects all of them, and it then gives us a list of all the protocols that this device can do. Just give it a few moments. We'll do that for all the ports, by the way. Right now we're testing the top USB-C port. I'll do that the same thing for the other one as well, so you can see what is the capability of each of the ports. By the way, if you use all three ports at the same time, the two USB-C ports can each do 60 watts, so 60 plus 60 is 120, and then the USB-A port can also do 22.5, so it's 144.5 for all of them combined. As you can see, these are all of the options that this power bank has. So for FCP, it supports all of these. For SCP, here are the details. For adaptive fast charging, they're for Samsung. That's this. For Quick Charge 3.0 and 2.0, these are the details. For DCP, I'm not sure what this one is. For some reason, it did not pick up on the power delivery. Let's go into power delivery by itself. Come on. I have tested it before, and it's easily able to do 140 watts. Let's see. We might have to do some troubleshooting on camera. Let's give it a second chance. If not, we will do the classic unplug and plug. There we go. So you'll see it can do 5 volts at 3 amps, 9 volts at 3 amps, 12 at 3, 15 at 3, and then 20 at 5 amps. It's also capable of doing programmable power supply, PPS. So that it's able to do between 15 to 28 volts at 5 amps. So if we go here, I can select any of these, and usually your phone or device would be automatically doing it, but it can provide 28 volts on the output, as you can see right here. Alright, and this is the programmable power supply mode, between 15 volts to 28 volts at up to 140 watts. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing, but for the next port right here. So I'm going to go back to charging protocol and auto detection. Let's give it a few moments. I don't expect any differences between this and the other port that we tested, but let's see. By the way, I've been really enjoying this device. It offers nice graphics, and the interface is easy to use. So this is my go-to device nowadays for doing any kind of charger testing. There we go. So this time it did pick up PD 3.1, and the same thing that we saw on the other port. And these are all the other options that we saw on the last port as well. So for the USB-A port, I'm going to bring out a different tester. So for that one, I have to go with something a bit older, and that's this one. So let's see. We plug it in. It's a bit dimmer, so you'll have to bear with me. And I have to keep the center key pressed. It asks me, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. I can do an auto detection now. So it's still doing it, and now it's finished testing. As you can see, these are the protocols that it supports. I'm really sorry about the low brightness, but I hope you guys got it. Alright, as you can see, this is constructed out of all aluminum, all metal. I'm not sure if it's aluminum or not, but it's all metal. It's anodized finish, and it has a plastic top, and it has a grippy rubber bottom, as you guys already saw. And this is my new travel power bank. It's heavy, it's quite heavy, and the capacity on this power bank, as you guys can see, where is that? Oh, right here, capacity, it says 88.56 watt hours. So I have done some testing, and it's more than 93% efficient from the power. So I'm calculating the power that goes into it to charge, and then the power that comes out to it when I discharge it. So from wall to the whatever device is connected to the outlet. So, and I tested it to be between 93 to 95% efficient, depending on if I'm doing a high capacity discharge test or a low capacity, 140 watts or 80 watts. And as you can see, the maximum is 140 watts plus 22.5, so it's about 162.5. All right. So guys, this is all I had for you guys today. I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, take care. Bye.